Really interesting stuff so far, and that mountain app from Vodafone is quite interesting. I encourage you to make that for all of Europe, not just Romania, because for myself, I'm going hiking in 2 months, and I would really could use it. I was asked to talk about some of our product responsibility as it affects us as Liberty Global. Let me see if this works. Yeah? Is it working? No, but it keeps the other way. That's what you meant by the other way. Thank you. So unlike Vodafone, I think we do need a bit of an introduction as to who Liberty Global is. We are a cable operation. Here in Europe, we're known either as UPC. Here in Romania, you would recognize us as UPC. In Germany, we're under the consumer brand name of Unity Media, and in Belgium, Telenet. We are now the leading international cable operator. If you don't mind, I'm going to turn this off. It's okay? No? Okay. Oh, great. And 90% of our business is in Europe with around 20,000 employees. We have around 20 million subscribers globally, and again, most of them do reside in Europe. And we are quite happy and proud to say that we're part of the Dow Jones Sustainability Index, both the World Index and the North American Index, also the FTSE for Good Index. So that's a bit of an introduction to us. Again, here we're known as UPC. Our overall corporate responsibility strategy falls under 4 categories. Promoting a digital society, which is really at the core of what we do, but of course also building trust with our customers, being a responsible business, and managing our environmental impacts. I will focus on promoting a digital society due to the time, of course, and the subject of the matter. To us, promoting a digital society breaks down into 3 levels. It's about widening access, enhancing skills, and creating opportunities. And when we say widening access, we're really talking about ensuring that people have access to our products and services. So that could be discounted, let's say broadband connectivity to nonprofit organization, NGOs, and enhancing skills really focuses on making sure that people use our products safely, securely, effectively. So we say once you have access to our products, how are you using that product in a safe, secure, effective manner? So that could be around our internet safety activities, which I will talk about in a minute. Another really popular initiative is providing free computer and internet courses to senior citizens, quite popular in Eastern Europe. But then we say, okay, once you have access, then you have the skills. How are you really creating opportunities? How are you using this product, which inherently is good, media, internet, television, telephony services? How are you using that to really enhance your life, to enhance your family's lives, to promote kind of greater social good? I think a nice example of creating opportunities is here out of Romania. UPC Romania recently launched last summer an initiative called Tech School, where they really encourage youth to get excited and involved in STEM education, science, technology, mathematics, engineering, things like that. Been a really successful initiative, and really one that kind of talks about how to how to create a better opportunity for yourself. I think this jumped a couple. Can we go a few slides? Okay. One of the examples in terms of protecting children and focusing specifically around internet safety is our internet safety toolkits. These toolkits are developed in partnership with the European Commission. They're done with an organization called InSafe, which promotes internet safety across Europe. And we've developed a trilogy of toolkits. I brought some. I do encourage you to grab some because they're quite popular. So I'll just kind of place them here. The first toolkit that we've developed was targeted towards children around 7, 8, 9 years of age. And it was done in a way where we wanted to engage both the child, but also the teacher and the parent. So there's a really nice section for children in which they complete a booklet of exercises, and it tells a story about a young family and the experiences that they go through as they are online and engage with technology, specifically the internet and social media. Quite successful. Over 1 million copies have been printed. It's in 18 languages, also in Romanian. So if you guys do have children and want some toolkits, please let us know. Then we developed another toolkit for a younger age group, 4 to 6-year-olds. I also have some of these. And again, this is full of activities and exercises that the parent and the child or the teacher and the student can work through. Again, I'll just leave these here. And our third trilogy of toolkits is a recent one, and this one was done also in partnership with Google. And here we wanted to reach out to an older age group. This group is targeted for about 14 to 16-year-olds, which is significantly more challenging, but it really addresses how they are engaging online, specifically on social media. It was done again with the European Commission and with this organization called InSafe and with Google. And what we've done is we've worked with a lot of teachers, a lot of young people to make sure that we're hitting all of the main concerns that they have. This is still only available in English, but again, the idea is to translate it into all of our main European languages. So if you guys are interested, please do let us know. One of the other things that we looked to do is to go away from the print material in order to essentially try to increase scale and reach. We knew that the print material is very important, especially for the schools, especially for the teachers. It's, in a way, we're in a situation right now where we hear back from teachers, they enter the classroom, and for the first time really ever, they're facing a group of students, whether they're 10-year-olds or 14-year-olds, and when they talk about social media or about how to behave online or issues around cyberbullying, things like grooming, very serious issues, they find that the students essentially know more about them, know more about the topic than themselves, than the teachers. So it's very important to develop this type of curriculum. Nevertheless, when we try to reach out to parents, we found out that although they appreciate this kind of material, they felt that it's something a little bit too difficult for them to follow. A, they didn't have the time, they didn't want to read all this information, and so we took a different approach and went online, decided to develop a series of animations. These animations tackle different issues. The first animation, the first episode that we've developed is around who are your kids talking to online. Again, a main concern for parents saying, I find out that my child is on Facebook, they have 300 friends, how can this be? What are the risks? What are they talking about? What are they doing? And what we did is we developed a short 3-minute animation in which at the end of the animation, there are downloadable PDFs for parents who then want to further explore the topic and maybe open up a discussion with their children. So this is really targeting the parents. And I think we have, I'm not sure why, is the video there? I feel like we lost 4 or 5 slides in the videos. No, if you go one back, so I think this is not the right presentation or something happened to it. But can you click on the image? Something went wrong here. No, not this one, the other one. No. Yeah, this one. Didn't we run through this earlier? Is your... Yeah, this is the right presentation. So maybe if you go a few slides back. Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. One of the issues that was asked to discuss is to define the problem. And I'm going back a little bit, but in terms of defining our internet safety strategy, we looked at the European Commission. And we looked into what they're driving and what they want to do. So they've developed a strategy called Better Internet for Children. And the European Commission essentially identified 4 pillars for action by industry. And we knew that we couldn't do all of these pillars, so we focused on pillar number 2, which is stepping up awareness and empowerment. Specifically, we followed their guidance in terms of engaging in public-private partnerships to support the development of interactive tools and platforms, providing educational and awareness materials for teachers and children, building on existing initiatives. Furthermore, we looked at research on the pan-European level, and we saw the issues that are affecting young people, things around content, whether it's violent content or pornographic content, things around conduct. Cyberbullying is a huge issue. I'm assuming it's a big issue here in Romania too, in terms of children bullying and hurting other people online. This is becoming a bigger issue because it's anonymous, it's everywhere. You can do it from your bedroom, and it spreads immediately. So you can send out a message on Facebook and it goes to all the children in the school. But this issue is not only affecting children, it's also affecting parents. As I was mentioning, one of the things that we're realizing is that parents themselves don't know what is going on and don't necessarily know the risks and opportunities that are happening online. This following video is a nice one. It's developed by a Belgian bank talking about the privacy of information. Hard to see, so I apologize.
Dag Fien. Kijk doen. Ik zie een school tegen Antwerpen.
Ja.
Insecten.
Dat blieft?
Ik voel 2 insecten op je rug. Kan dat?
Ja, vlinders.
Slovenie?
Zo hè.
Een moto. Oranje. Pats erop. Zenit.
Oui, bien.
Je hebt een vriendin. Julie de...
Ja.
Een boeiend liefdesleven. 3, 4 zelfs.
Die vierde, daar zwijg ik meestal over, dus dat weten niet veel mensen.
Hoe is het met je spierscheur? Maison rouge, balcon blanc. Ja. Ik zie geld, ik zie transacties. Maar kent je rekeningnummer van buiten? Ik denk dat ik het wel weet. Die staat wel negatief op je bankrekening.
Ja?
9-7. Last month you spent €200 on alcohol. Vorige maand €300 aan kleding gespendeerd. 8.
Ja.
5. Voor een huis dat van eigenaar gaat veranderen. €795.000.
Ja, eigenlijk.
41.
Ja.
Is dat juist?
Ja, dat is juist. Oh my god. Oh nee. Ah, dat is, ik weet niet hoe eng.
So, as I was mentioning, this oversharing of information is definitely affecting children. They have no idea that what the consequences of all this data and information they're posting online, but actually nor do adults. One last one, which I won't do right now because we're kind of running out of time due to the technical difficulties. But if you don't know this and you have a Facebook account, and if you're getting a little bored of this presentation, go quickly to this website, takethislollipop.com, and try this out. Extremely popular if you ever heard of it, over 12 million hits. Try this exercise again just to kind of give you an idea of how much of what the consequences are, of course, of oversharing. And so going now to the solutions and the results, which we just talked about, these toolkits. Again, this web we want, which is for older kids, is all about also the consequences of oversharing without being threatening, because after all, the internet has more possibilities and opportunities than threats, but being aware of the risks just creates a better online citizen. As I was mentioning, we then took this online and made it video-based, similar content, and focused on parents, really so they can start to understand what the issues are, because a lot of times they're afraid or embarrassed to ask their children as to not to be seen as ignorant and unaware. So this is really a tool that a parent can do, and at the end of the video, they get these PDFs that they can download. We actually have one to show you, and it may, if you can play it, it may freeze in the first 2 seconds, so you just may have to push it to second number 4. Yeah, if you just push it exactly, and play it again, it should work. Sorry, it's low res.
Stau toată ziua pe internet. Mi-ar plăcea să știu ce fac.
În medie, un copil petrece doar 90 de minute pe internet, potrivit unui sondaj recent al Comisiei Europene. Dar acest timp crește odată cu vârsta. Atunci când navighează pe internet, principala lor activitate nu sunt videoclipurile, rețelele de socializare sau jocurile, ci temele pentru școală. Chiar dacă navigarea pe internet poate părea o activitate solitară, 3 din 4 copii comunică prin rețele de socializare, chat și e-mail. Pentru a ști ce fac copiii tăi pe internet, ce-ar fi să înveți mai multe despre rețelele de socializare pe care le folosesc și chiar poți să te joci cu ei online. Pot apărea ferestre de la pagini web nedorite, deci trebuie să te asiguri că știu cum să le blocheze. Mă îngrijorează faptul că ar putea vorbi cu străini pe internet. 70% dintre copiii intervievați vorbesc online doar cu prietenii lor. De obicei, cei care vorbesc cu străini sunt copiii mai mari, care de fapt vorbesc cu prietenii ai prietenilor. Însă atunci când copiii vorbesc cu străini, rareori ajung în situații periculoase. Totuși, este important ca ei să știe să se protejeze atunci când își întâlnesc prietenii virtuali în realitate. Acordă copiilor tăi libertatea de a descoperi internetul și învață-i care sunt posibilele pericole din mediul online. Ajută-i să-și dezvolte abilități pentru depistarea hărțuirilor online. Dacă doresc să se vadă cu un prieten cunoscut pe internet, stabilește reguli pentru ca acest lucru să se întâmple în condiții de siguranță.
Dar cum poți să aibă 800 de prieteni virtuali? Eu nu aveam decât vreo 10 când eram copil.
Cei 800 de prieteni virtuali sunt de obicei un mit. De fapt, majoritatea copiilor au sub 50 de prieteni. Deseori, restul sunt doar simple cunoștințe. Copiii vor să fie populari și un număr mare de prieteni virtuali este o modalitate simplă de a demonstra acest lucru. Pericolul constă în volumul și natura informațiilor furnizate, nu în numărul de prieteni pe care îl au. Cu toții ar trebui să avem grijă atunci când furnizăm informații personale pe internet. Învață-i pe copiii tăi de ce ar trebui să evite furnizarea prea multor informații pe internet. Internetul este minunat, dar nu uita să discuți regulat cu copiii tăi despre navigarea în siguranță în mediul online.
That was in Romanian, right? Okay, I didn't have the wrong version. Okay. So again, this is something that, really a parent can sit, watch. It's a lot of information in 3 minutes. But if they are interested, they can download these PDFs. And the feedback we're getting is that this is the kind of information that parents really need. Finally, last example, we wanted also to go back to the school, but again, to go away from the print material in order to be more engaging for the student. And so we developed, this is coming out of the Netherlands, developed a initiative called Class TV, in which there are 8 or 6 videos. Each video has a different theme. The teacher shows the video, which is about 2 to 3 minutes, and then there's a curriculum that's developed for the teacher. And again, this is quite important because we keep hearing from teachers telling us, number 1, there's no curriculum available. Number 2, we feel like the student is in command of the topic more than us in driving the issue, and they want to be able to also to kind of drive some of the key discussion points. So if you can click on the media literacy, and open that up, please.
Hey Jari, waar kijk jij nou naar? Oh, een actiefilm. Er wordt wel veel in geknokt, zeg. En geschoten. Maar jij vindt het wel wat zo te zien. Zolang je beseft dat de beelden niet echt zijn, is het geen probleem om af en toe naar een actiefilm te kijken. Maar sommige kinderen zien het verschil tussen werkelijkheid en fantasie niet meer zo goed. Die realityprogramma's over politieagenten en brandweermannen zijn toch werkelijk gebeurd? Vergis je niet. Films en zelfs realityprogramma's zijn in scène gezet. Je kunt beelden uit de werkelijkheid in een film een bepaalde sfeer meegeven. Filmmakers gebruiken bijvoorbeeld licht en geluid. Als een filmmaker een actiefilm of een griezelfilm wil maken, denkt hij na over de hoofdpersonen en waar het verhaal speelt. De filmmaker kiest bijvoorbeeld voor een enge achtergrond. Of hij filmt vanuit een bepaalde hoek, waardoor een persoon in een film vriendelijk of juist heel stoer is. Voor griezelige personages worden acteurs gecast. Deze acteurs worden gesminkt om hen een griezelig uiterlijk te geven. Of ze krijgen bepaalde kleding aan, zodat ze er stoerder uitzien. De regisseur geeft de acteurs spelaanwijzingen voor bijvoorbeeld vechtscènes. De acteurs doen net alsof ze vechten, maar gaan elkaar in het echt natuurlijk niet te lijf. Licht kan een scène dreigender maken. Kijk maar eens naar de volgende scènes. Zie je het verschil? Als een film wordt gemonteerd, wordt er muziek ondergezet die de beelden nog indringender maken. Hier zie je bijvoorbeeld een scène met een humoristisch muziekje. Dat ziet er komisch uit. Maar als je onder deze beelden dreigende muziek hoort, wordt het beeld heel spannend. Tijdens een werkelijke arrestatie of brand worden er geen spannende muziekjes aangezet. Agenten en brandweermannen hebben in hun werk bovendien met regels te maken en mogen niet in het wild schieten of op eigen houtje een brandend huis inlopen zoals in een film. In een actiefilm wint de held altijd en de bad guys worden uitgeschakeld. In werkelijkheid kan de ruil uit de hand lopen waarbij zo'n incident impact heeft op het leven van de agent. Jari vindt het hartstikke leuk om actiefilms op tv te kijken. Maar let wel, het is wel nep, hè?
So this is something that's really targeted for around 7th or 8th graders. And the idea is not to just talk about, you know, issues around cyberbullying or internet safety, but really to develop a whole media literacy curriculum. And then finally, the last initiative, and this one again is a pan-European initiative, again developed by us, Liberty Global, but in partnership with Microsoft and Telefonica and the European Commission, is this e-safety label, which is essentially an online safety support and accreditation for European schools. So what that means is the European schools here in Romania, of course, also can go fill out a questionnaire, answer questions around various themes in terms of the curriculum they have, in terms of the technology and policies that they have in school, and based on their answers, they become an e-safety accredited school, kind of like a gold, silver, bronze. And again, we hear from teachers and from headmasters and principals, school principals, that this is something that they need in order not only to show government and parents that they're doing the right thing, but also to further help drive this issue in the school. So this has been piloted for about 6 months and will be launched at the beginning of the upcoming school year, hopefully here in Romania too. And then just in conclusion, some lessons learned in terms of you know, for us, the things that we found to be successful. One is to be focused, to make sure that we have a well-defined strategy. Second is to stay relevant with current societal issues. Again, we really work with research institutions and the European Union to help drive that. The third one is to not do it alone, to really, you know, partner with civil society organization, similar to WWF and industry peers, and scalability by design. So one of the most difficult challenges for us is to get the word out and to reach out to as many people. And for that, you need to build on existing initiatives, so to not reinvent the wheel. So these toolkits are all built around existing European initiatives, and we just literally brought the best examples and the best initiatives and best programs together under one booklet, but then to exploit several platforms, whether it's print, whether it's online, whether it's social media, and other platforms. And that's about it, so thank you.
Da, mulțumim și noi. Întrebări, dacă sunt totuși câteva întrebări din sală, vă rog, sau comentarii. Vă rog. Luați și microfonul, vă rog, da.
În primul rând, felicitări, Rodica Bărbuță de la Fundația Matca. Dar am o întrebare. Dincolo de aceste inițiative minunate, v-ați gândit la corul activității ca și companie, la partea de media în care nu numai pericolele de a lua filmul ca realități din viață, de a elimina prin ceea ce faceți dumneavoastră ca politică de vânzări a mediei, care prezintă realitatea, urâțenile realității, să reduceți puțin din canalele agresive care promovează non-valoarea în favoarea celor care au valoare educativă pentru toate generațiile?
Am înțeles, vă rog, dacă aveți un răspuns.
That's a very good question, and I think one that everyone struggles with. And you know, from what we hear, this is something that is also of high concern to parents, especially when you talk about television, not only in terms of the content that children may be exposed to, but things around how long should my child watch TV. I'm afraid it's making them violent. I'm afraid it's making them asocial. I'm afraid that they're instead not picking up a book or going outside to play. So it is a big issue for us. In terms of our approach, at the moment, we feel like we can mainly control how we market our services, specifically as they relate to children. So we have a policy, kind of a code of conduct that helps our marketing departments better or more responsibly, let's say, communicate and advertise to children. In terms of what is put on our platform, our cable platform, again, we're not necessarily producing television shows or media content. We're distributing it. So we see two things. Number one, you know, a lot of this, right, is driven by the consumer and what the consumer wants to see. So, you know, if there's a popular TV channel or a popular program, the consumer is telling us we want this type of stuff, and so, you know, we react to it. Obviously, we work you know, with local government in terms of ensuring that other type of content is made available, where it's local content, it's cultural content. You know, but a lot of times we talk about business responsibility, and sometimes we also forget, I myself, that it is also the consumer that is driving you know, the product or the service. So, you know, one example is we all here demand, you know, cheap clothes, and go to where that is available, and that obviously has consequences down the value chain. So it's a big issue, but also one that we think the consumer needs to kind of step up to, and also the content providers in cooperation with us. I don't know if that answers it probably to a satisfactory level.
Okay.